What's up, people? It's Moto ND. Well, I'm normally out making motovlog videos, but seeing how I can't right now because it's only 34 degrees out and I'm unbelievably busy working 7 days a week, 16 to 18 hours a day working. So I figure what I'd do is just show you a little bit of what I'm doing for work. As you can see right now, probably wondering what you're looking at. Some people watch this and may know, some people won't. But that right there is what's called a sugar beet lifter. We are in the middle of harvest right now, and this harvest lasts about 2 to 3 weeks depending on how many acres of beets we have. But I'm going to show you guys how this is done and basically what goes into it. It can be simple and it can be an unbelievable pain in the ass. So right now I'm just waiting on a truck to get here to load. Got one sitting at the end of the field waiting for him to come down here. So, but these are the kind of videos I'll be making for the next month or so, harvesting different crops that I'm doing for work since I can't be out on the bike. And this winter I'm going to be doing, so I've got a bunch of other videos planned for this winter, doing some welding videos and customizing work in my shop. So, hope you all enjoy this. I know it's a little different than doing a motovlog, but I got to do something to keep my videos going. And I'm probably not going to be riding my bike anymore this year, since it was snowing yesterday, and I'm sure before too long it's going to be a lot of snow on the ground. Now I'll just slow ask the truck driver to hurry up and get his ass over here. I can get him loaded. I don't have to keep this video playing out and with nothing to talk about. And as you can see, there's a truck coming down the field. It'd be nice if we come a little faster, but it's muddy out here. It always is, and it's extremely rough, so they can't do any more than 10 miles an hour through the field. Some drivers do. Not supposed to, but they do. And when they do, it pisses me off because I got to fix the parts on the truck that they decide to break. So, but this is what's called an annual sugar beet harvest. And the region I'm in is called the Red River Valley region. This is one of the biggest areas, parts of the country where sugar beets are grown. And I'm sure you can go online and look it up. There's tons of stuff on the internet about it, and a lot of people want to do this. A lot of people think that they could do this work, and what I'm going to show you, it made it look easy, but it's not. So not everybody can do this kind of work, but if anyone's up for it, you can go ahead and try. It can be fun, but it can also be a pain in the ass. So, alright, truck's pulling up. Now we'll get started. As I'm loading them, I'll kind of give you a walkthrough of what I'm doing here and how this works. So while he's pulling up under me, I'll show you. If you look, it's we got rows of beets in the ground. We got steel wheels that are picking up pick up the beets, and we got paddles that are on a shaft. They spin and knock the beets out of the what's called the grab wheels. They knock them up onto a set of 6 rollers that are behind it that you actually can't see, and they're just steel rollers that spin with quarter, I believe it's either quarter or half-inch steel rod welded to them at an angle, and it carries them to the beets to the center of the lifter. Then if you can look right back in the center, you can see the beets get dropped onto a conveyor chain. They get brought up and dropped onto a second set of rollers that are the cleaning rollers, and those knock all of the mud and dirt off the sugar beets. And then those rollers carry it back into the back, which is called the Ferris wheel. That Ferris wheel carries them up to the top, drops them onto another conveyor, and that conveyor pulls them up, drops them into the tank. Another conveyor carries them out to the end and drops them in the truck. That's pretty much the basic operation of a beet lifter. It looks pretty simple. It is actually pretty simple to operate, especially when I'm using auto steer, so it keeps the tractor perfectly straight. And all I got to do every once in a while is adjust the lifter back and forth to side to side to keep the rows in the grab wheels. And we just keep on going until the truck is full. Normally you got to go about, right now these rounds are about our mile long rounds. From one end of the field to the other, we are a full mile. Normally it takes about a third of a mile to load a truck. The truck I'm loading right now, out of all the trucks we have out here, this is our biggest truck. So this truck takes about a half mile pass to load it. But what I do when I'm loading is I do not change my speed. I do not move side to side. This goes perfectly straight, and I have to tell the truck driver to either move forward or move backwards so I can load his truck evenly. And you can see right now I'm loading the middle of his truck just to get the weight over his drive axle so he doesn't get stuck in the mud. And in just a few seconds here I'll tell him to either move forward or move backwards. Now I'll tell him to move backwards. Yep, just like that, he just lets off the gas a little bit and then moves, so the conveyor is over the front of the truck now. And he'll hold it right in that position. I'll load up the front of the truck, then he's got weight on his steer axle so he can turn, and then from the front I'll just keep telling him to move forward until the entire truck's full. Then I'll keep the camera rolling just so you can see what the truck looks like when it is loaded. But that's pretty much all there is to tell about this kind of work. It can be fun, it can be easy. Right now it's not too bad. It's a little muddy out here, so as you can see there's quite a bit of mud all over this lifter. But this is actually good conditions for lifting beets. There's times when it gets so damn muddy that all we can do is dig the beets for about 100 yards or so. Then we got to stop and get out and dig mud by hand out of the lifter just so we can keep going, or else it packs up and we can't move. So these are actually, may look shitty, but these are good conditions and it's actually digging really well. But if anybody who watches this and sees that they think they'd like to do this kind of work, you can just look online, look up under sugar beet harvest in the Red River Valley, and every single farmer up here that raises sugar beets always hires temporary help for the harvest, and most of it is for driving truck. And driving truck's the easiest part of it. It's good money, just in a couple, normally lasts anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, the harvest does, and most people just driving truck can make 3 to 4 grand just in that short time period doing harvest. So we get people from all over the country that come up here and just to help with just harvest, because you can make so much money so fast. But it does get to be long days. Like, I've been in here since 8 o'clock this morning. I'll be here till 11, probably 11 o'clock midnight. Go home, sleep for a couple of hours, be back out here at 7 a.m. again, and if it's nice enough tomorrow, I'll probably only be in here till about noon or 1 o'clock, and then I got to go get in a combine and start combining soybeans, and I'll be doing that till probably 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll sleep for a couple hours and get up and do it all over again. So there's a lot of people that cannot do this kind of work because most people don't have the stamina to be able to work anywhere from 16 to 20 hours a day with very little sleep. But I can do it just because I think it's fun work. I love doing it. Well, you can see the truck's it's almost full. It's getting pretty loaded. When the truck's loaded, he will have about 30 tons of beets in the truck. And he just hauls it. It's hard to describe what their process is when they're dumping and piling the beets unless you actually do it or you're there watching it. But they take it to the truck to a place called a piler and drive up onto a machine and dump the truck onto a conveyor belt, and that machine puts it in big piles. And it takes our drivers probably 20 minutes from the time they get loaded to drive to the piler, get dumped, and then get back to the field again. So this is usually pretty non-stop. I can run without stopping. And the biggest thing with doing this job is you got to be careful not to spill any beet, because sugar beets are worth a lot of money, and you want to get absolutely as many as you can into the truck. Granted, you can't get every single one, but you got to get damn near all of them. And then we'll call that loaded. And we'll send the truck driver on his way. That's about all there is to this, so stay tuned. You want to see more, subscribe. Probably do some more harvest videos, and so I can get some more motovlogging videos up. That'll be it for today.